During this cold winter season, there is no one more perfect to redesign than Queen ICY herself. Hey, my name is Margarita, and I redesign things for cartoons for a living. Today we're continuing the Winx Redesign series, where I take the original designs and the new reboot designs and redraw them trying to find a good middle point, with my own twist to it. If you're new to the series, you can find this playlist on my channel and catch up on everything I did so far, which is all the main cast fairies and a few special episodes. You guys loved my versions of the fairies so much you kept asking for all the other characters. Thank you so much! So how could I say no? Especially because I also really enjoy drawing these. And so today I would like to tackle one of the most popular characters, ICY. Her and the Tricks are the original villains of the show. Did you know? Since the first pilot episode, the Tricks are the longest staying villains in the series? I believe they even were in every single season. ICY is confident and cruel, and the moment I remember most with her is when she captured Bloom into ice in the first season. She had such a satisfying nail crunch on the ice, so good. Throughout all Winx style changes, Tricks design hasn't changed so much, which just shows how successful the original designs are. I was a bit hesitant to redesign Tricks due to that reason exactly, but decided to try anyway. Maybe I can bring some fresh ideas. So get yourself something to drink and snack on, and let's get started. For the first option, I gave ICY straight hair which sharply cuts off at the end. I kept her neck and ponytail accessories, but added long crystal earrings. For her outfit, I decided to keep her bodysuit, but adjust the neckline a bit. I gave her a V-neck, which is held together by a snowflake-like design. Then the design flows down into her hips, where I added another pattern imitating Snowflake's design. She gets her signature eye shape in the middle, as well as her long pointed boots, which got crystal in the top part and a crystal heel. By adding so many sharp elements, we're clearly communicating that this character is not nice and probably a little bit evil. I give her short gloves, leaving her arms uncovered, because I feel like the cold never bothered her anyway, you know? I color this option in a lot of darker teals, but I make her bodysuit slightly lighter. And I color all the crystal elements with bright blue teal. For option 2, I took most of the inspiration from the reboot design. I gave ICY a long, slightly wavy ponytail and small crystal earrings, and then experimented with her bodysuit. Since the reboot had some cutouts, I added them to my option and then thought, what if she had a two-piece? A crop top and leggings connected by mesh just like the Winx girls. On top of that, I added her body accessory with an eye letter on it and some decorative pearls. Since there is so much going on her bodysuit, I decided to simplify the boots by making the top straight instead of triangular. But of course, I'm still giving them that flared silhouette. As some decorative elements, I added small trims on her ankles and gave ICY wrist accessories. And this time, I also added her cape. I once again used a lot of dark teal colors with even darker elements on the top and pants to add some interest. Also, I added a snowflake pattern on the top of the boots. To make her chain and some other elements pop, I made them light blue. For this option, I also bring back her absolutely iconic makeup. And last but not least, option 3 got very long wavy ponytail. This time I decided to try something different and give ICY shorts. To balance them out, I made the top part of the bodysuit go all the way up to her neck, ending in a high collar. And I also drew longer gloves with some cutouts. For her accessories, I decided on some bright teal asymmetrical crystal earrings, and a body chain which had the letter I as well as some crystals on it. I once again kept a more simple boot shape, but added a simple design at the top. The color palette of this option is not different from the other ones, except this time I also added dark ties to her legs. I adjusted her makeup a bit, making it go all the way to the sides of her face rather than ending in a triangle. And so here are the 3 finished options. Alright, now let's do some mix and matching and find that perfect look for ICY. I am actually really liking the first option, but I feel like I need to spice it up a little more. So I do want to keep this part over here, but it doesn't seem very kids friendly. So what I'm thinking is I can add the transparent mesh under it. So she's a little more covered. Now I kinda like the shorts, but I don't know if it's a little too different. I kinda wanna try and see what it's gonna look like. Because originally Stormy has short skirt and tights, and I think I'll want to keep that potentially. So I was thinking if we give Icy shorts and tights, it wouldn't stand out too much, but will still give her a bit of different feel from the original. Should I make her suit darker? I think darker suit gives us more contrast to work with. I might go with that. Now the next thing I want to do is definitely make her letter I chunkier so it stands out way more. Maybe we can do this a little thicker and make these gems a little bit more visible. For her boots, I like the triangular shape. It is very iconic to Icy, but I think I'll get rid of the gem and bring back this element over here. I also like this color separation on both of these options. So maybe I can play around and see where I can add that here. It also will go nicely with all of the Winx girlies I did before. They also had all these color separations. And I do like these gloves, and I also like this ponytail way more. I'm trying to choose between going with this eye makeup or this one. They're quite similar, but this one is so much more dramatic. Or I can just keep it more of a regular eyeshadow shape. That's kind of boring. Let's try a more dramatic one first. As for her boots, soles and heel, I think I'll go with option B. Adds nice lighter color to the bottom, but also doesn't overwhelm the design. I also added a cape just to see what it would look like, because I wasn't a huge fan of it originally in here on option B. Felt like too much, but after trying the shorts, it felt like she needed something extra, and now the cape feels like it belongs. Oh, and I think I should definitely add her some long nails. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this. Now let's clean it up. And so now is the most fun part of cleaning up the illustration and drawing final details. As always, I start by rendering the face. I add pupils, eyelashes, refine the lips, and making the eyeshadow glowing. I also add some shadows on the skin and make tights more believable. Then I go on to rendering the gems a little more. I color the line art and add white trims to the gems so they give off this like glowing, sparkly vibe. After that, I clean up some elements, add some definition to her body accessory, and generally clean up some of the shines on the bodysuit and the boots. After that, I create a multiply layer on top, and using a purple shade, I add the main shadows. I blend the shadows in places where I want them to look softer. As a last touch, I add sparkles and shines to the gems, and so Icy is complete. What do you think of my version of Icy? What version or elements were your favorite? Feel free to let me know in the comments. It was a lot of fun working on Icy's design, and I can't wait to work on other witches. Thank you so much for watching, and it's a bit late, but Happy New Year! Stay creative, and I'll see you next week. Bye!